Tons of subscriptions are available. ClickFunnels, $2,000 a year later, and you're still the one doing the work. Shopify the same way, Wix. All of these builders are designed to benefit from your lack of technical skills. I've done all the work. I own a one-person digital marketing agency. I've done all this research, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make this landing page. WordPress is the answer for a lot of reasons. You can always do more for less with WordPress. I guarantee it. You can build a Shopify type-like store, you can build a landing page, and you can connect all of the marketing gimmicks subscriptions will lock you into. Let's be honest, you lack skills, jabronis. You consume way too much content, you've got ideas, you maybe hate your job, and you just want to take your idea and turn it into a business or a passion that actually pays you. Let me teach you how to market and manage yourself better. The ABG portal, baby. It's not hard, you jabronis. Hook, story, offer. You see it everywhere. Get in on this nicotine train. The gift that keeps giving. Oh, I want to list all my services. Boring. It's the base of your funnel. And if you just want to see one done, well, here's my example. Build something. The hero section is by far the most important one. You have like 5 seconds or something like that to get people to scroll further. It's a numbers game early. This is where people go wrong. It's the same actual template. I just modified them, and this stacks beautifully on mobile. So it looks great on mobile. It looks great on computer. It's easy, jabronis. Tons of people hate block themes. You're stupid. Go and look at a bunch of landing pages. You will see all of this on all of them. If you're not using this plugin, something is wrong with you. This is what you need to understand on WordPress. This is what it looks like to use. On the left here, this is your layout. These are the blocks that you're using. You can close it and open it. So if you ever want to find and edit and modify something, you just have to find which block and which content. You can also click on here. So this is the preview, and see how it already opens it. This is not hard, you guys. Once you get it set up, it's so easy to use. You can always just save at the top. Right when you save, look on the bottom, it says view page, so you can always preview. So just build and save. But it's this layout to the left, preview to the middle, properties on the right. Okay, each block, oh, you want to change the border. Again, you go to the styles. It's super intuitive. Find it. Oh, you can change your padding. You can change your margin. You can add a border and a radius at the bottom there. Okay, again, simple contrast is all you need. A simple layout block. Modify what goes in it. Change a border, change a background, get some contrast, add in your logo. Boom, boom, we're talking. So look how easy this would be to just change the background to a different green. Oh, that, once you decide your colors and you load them in, you can build simple contrast, slick layouts super easily. Built-in templates right here, the plus sign. So let's go down to the bottom. Here's a sample again of what should go inside of a hero section. Simple branding, your audience call out, your hook, your headline. You'll notice, and you'll find, try different themes. Each theme has different templates. You push the plus and you go to patterns right here. Notice how they're categorized already. So you can look at all of your basic call to action templates here. And these are ones that if I just click this, it automatically loads into my website. So if you have a nice image, oh, there's a nice little layout you want to use. It's so easy, you guys. Look how many, this is the Ollie theme. Look how many templates they already have for just the call to action. And then there's cards ones. What I used to build this one was just this very first simple one. I preloaded this, and you notice when I click that, so you could look at all of these built-in templates. Each theme's different. And again, it's just a place to get you started. And look what's supposed to be in your hero section. Simple branding, audience call out, hook headline, sub headline, and a primary CTA. The layout of this is already set up. So this could be your audience call out. It's super easy to modify the content. Oh, I want to change the size or the color of that. Again, properties off to the right. You come in here, change your font size, change your text color. It's easy jabronious. In here, this big one, always an H1, you'll notice this should be an H1 for your SEO purposes. Hook slash headline. And I know the shortcuts like slash image, but you could find them with this plus as well. Image or image advanced. Image is the built-in theme. Image advanced is the Greenshift plugin. I'll show you why you want to use it. So we can go to my media library. Let's grab my logo. It's way too big. So again, properties on the right. These are the Greenshift blocks, so they have different properties. Now let's do a thumbnail. Now, because of the Greenshift plugin, you go to the advanced. Again, I'm just in the properties window, and you can quickly add an animation. So if I want to do something like fade up, and it's just like that. You can play around with all the types of animations. So you want to maybe fade, you can add in a delay and then fade in. You can just like, it's really easy to have fun with how things will kind of animate on the screen, all from the Greenshift plugin, absolutely free. And I haven't even used their paid version yet, but it's on the list for me to buy and check out. So again, that's just an example of if you use the Greenshift blocks. So again, I could add after that current block, and I could go slash, and if I want to add a heading, again, there's a heading advanced option if you want to animate it. So if you just use a normal heading, it's not going to be animated, but you can still just go in there. This would be a heading example, and you can just go in and change the color and play around with the contrast really easily. And you would use the Greenshift one if you want to animate it as well. This next section was perfect for the subheading. Look, there's two buttons. So again, I go off to the left. I want to find things get nested. So I want to find where the buttons are, and I want to go to this second button, and I want to go here and delete that. So now here's my one button, and this is your primary CTA. Look how easy that was. You guys. I went plus, I loaded in a hero block. I changed some of the writing so that it suits what you're trying to do, whether it's a personal brand to start, whether you're selling insurance, you're a general contractor, like a service-based business, you're trying to sell a product. This is how it starts. Hero section, add in some basic copywriting, change it over time, and have fun trying to scale organically. I can just go slash, and I know a simple one is a stack. Why a stack is nice is because it's grouped. So now you could go in here and add a headline. So I should just go slash H, heading. So this would be a heading. And then notice how I'm in the stack. So I click into the stack and I want to add one below this. So then I would add after, and now I could go slash image. Once you do it a couple times, you learn real quick. We're going to use another image of mine. Looks good. Too big. Let's change this one to just medium. Okay. And so a stack is always just going to be vertical like this. So if you're thinking mobile first, just add a stack. But sometimes if you have too much content, it's just not going to look ideal if it's stacked. So you want to add columns, and columns will stack on mobile. Super easy. I'll show you that right away. But if you have everything in a stack, this is where you add the simple contrast. The properties of the stack, you can come in and change the background color. And this really is where your brand colors come in, whatever you want to do. You could really easily change those colors. I found these quickly with a color generator, stuck with the green theme because it's kind of a natural product. We're again changing his colors. Um, but you can really easily add that. And then notice how, oh, the heading is too close to the top. That's called padding. So scroll a bit further and you could add some padding and you see how it pushes your content. This gives it a little space. And I like to play around with borders. Borders to just visually add so much to your page. And then you could round the corners, something like that. Obviously, this looks hideous. So I'm just a believer in simple contrast. The white or a lighter color with the darker, that looks much better. Okay, so that's a simple example of how to add a block, a stack, and everything will just stack. And you can play around with the spacing. One more that's useful if you want it really spaced together, this put the block spacing to the lowest and they'll be as close as possible together. The only reason why there's a gap here is because this image has its own, and if I cropped this image, then they would stick really close together. Because that's what I had to do in my navigation bars. And again, I made a video on how to make all of that. It's much slower. But if this is what you want to do, learn the WordPress side, uh, get in on this channel. So again, I could go instead of stack, I could go columns. And I can really quickly decide simple layout. Do I want it to be spaced evenly or do I want a little bit skewed or do I want three? So easy. And these stack on mobile. So you could do 3 columns and then you could just add content in here just as filler. So let's go paragraph. Okay, and then what we're going to do is add after. We could add an image again. Oops, open media library. Let's go with the white because I'm going to add some contrast later. And then add after. You could do something like a button. So slash buttons CTA 1. Okay, now you'll notice that the columns aren't always going to be centered. So you might have to click in each column and play around. Sometimes you have to look, how do I center it? Sometimes you have to set it up here. This would be for the vertical align. So see, that would be centered that way. Um, so playing around with the properties to get it to look the way you want. But if you did go in here and centered all of these, um, then it will make my life look better. Not my life, but maybe my life. Here we go. Center that bad boy. Now I want to change the color of just one column, just because I want to show you how cool it is to get some contrast going. Let's see, pick a darker color. So darker, let's go like that. Let's pick this text, white. Okay, nice contrast. Oh, I don't like the spacing. So we go again, we're going to add some padding. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I could add rounded corners on this bad boy as well. So let's do something like 10 rounded corner. Let's add a sexy little border. I want to be able to see it, idiot. Be boring. Pick a gray just to show you. And now you design one. This is like a card. A column is like a card. And now you could go to your column here and duplicate that column. Duplicate. And then I'm going to duplicate, and then I'm going to go down because again, it's nested, and I'm going to get rid of these 2 columns that I don't want anymore. So you can style up one block and duplicate the block and then remodify. Block themes are just so good, you guys. So now you've got this little layout that could be a block layout, again, just done on columns, and usually it has an option to stack on, yes. So if you don't want it to stack on mobile and you just want it to squeeze in tight, you would just select this off. But the beauty of columns is it's going to look good on a computer. It's going to be widescreen, but it's going to stack up nicely vertically on a phone. So this is, if you're trying to create lead magnets, this is what you'd want to do. Each block is a new lead magnet, has its own copywriting. What value are you trying to show? How are you trying to hook them in? So it should have its own hook, its own little copywriting where it's telling a story, it's trying to draw you in, and then a CTA, click to. So that's kind of how you can use lead magnets if you're trying to do like a sales funnel. The built-in templates, plus sign, this blue, or build your own with just simple layout blocks, the stack, columns, and then you can put columns inside of a stack. So let me show you that sexy little layout. Let's go like this. Let's duplicate this. So the cards below are duplicated. Let's select, yeah, this is the one I want. And now I can drag this into the stack. Boom. And now you've got simple contrast, you've got borders, you've got rounded things. Again, you could swap this into something animated. On mobile, this stacks up beautifully, and you can just do it yourself. Okay? If you've made it this far, I didn't intend for this video to be this long of me rambling and ranting and showing you how it all works. But again, this is the base of your funnel. Once you have this set up, you're now set to scale. Grab one social media, find a way to start putting out content, drawing people into this landing page where they will eventually get into contacting you. And that's how you slowly scale. You can worry about expanding this system later. And I'm about to give you a massive rant about the blueprint that I would follow if you actually want to put this into action. Another reminder, give me a like, give me a subscribe, reach out. I will help you. I'll teach you. I will give you free marketing advice. I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. Hope you enjoyed that little technical skill. The Zin dialed me in. Enjoy this last little video. And I'm going to be working on a WooCommerce complete tutorial. Launch that when the time comes.